What's up guys, my name's Brandon, and every time there's a new jailbreak, people are going to run into issues that they may not know how to solve, and that is especially the case this year with the iOS 12 jailbreak because there are a lot of new people to jailbreaking. So in this video, I wanted to share some solutions to some of the most common errors that I see people have with the Unc0ver application, with the jailbreak in general, with errors inside of Cydia, and more. And like I said, these are going to be issues that multiple people have messaged me about over on Twitter or on Instagram, or even just in the YouTube comment section. I've just gathered up, some of the most popular ones that people have been talking about, and I wanted to bring you guys this video to show you how to fix them all in one. So if you have any issues that are not covered in this video, or if this video does help you solve your problem, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into these. So let's start off with the basics. And this is something that I guess I forgot to mention it in my original tutorial video just because, I've been doing this for so long, I kind of forget that this is very basic. But when you reboot your device after jailbreaking, you're going to have to re-jailbreak your device, and you do that by going into the Unc0ver application and then just simply clicking on jailbreak once again, just like you did the very first time you jailbroke your device. Now this application will expire at some point down the road, and it depends on where you downloaded the application from to begin with. So if you installed it through your computer and Cydia Impactor and you are not a paid developer, that means that you are only going to have this available for 7 days, and after 7 days the app is going to expire and it's not going to open. Now if you downloaded the Unc0ver application from Ignition or Tweakbox or somewhere like that, you're probably going to have it for a lot longer than 7 days, but eventually, maybe it's next year in 2020 or something, it's going to expire and you're not going to be able to open up the application and re-jailbreak your device. And that's why you should download the Reprovision application right here. And I mentioned this in my top tweaks video, but this is going to allow you to automatically re-sign applications after a certain amount of days. So basically, if I go into settings, you can see I have mine set up to automatically re-sign applications when there is 2 days left on the certificate. So I would highly recommend you install Reprovision. That way you can always have Unc0ver signed. You never have to worry about it getting revoked or anything like that. Of course, just make sure you are in a jailbroken state when you go ahead and do this. So now when the final version of Unc0ver gets released, because we are still on a beta right now, you can see I'm currently on beta 34, but when the final version of Unc0ver comes out, once it comes out of beta, if you want to update to a new version of Unc0ver, you're just going to have to go to the GitHub page and click on the IPA to download it, and then you just simply install it over this Unc0ver application, or of course you can just go ahead and delete the Unc0ver application and then download the new version of Unc0ver, and you will be updated with nothing to worry about. Now the next issue is one that I see a ton of people having, and I've actually experienced it myself as well with this jailbreak a couple times, and that is getting in a Respring loop, or at worst a boot loop. Now these are different, and I want you guys to understand that a Respring loop and a boot loop are definitely not the same thing. A Respring loop is basically when you see like a spinning wheel in the middle and it never ends. That's a Respring loop. A boot loop is when you just keep seeing the Apple logo over and over again. So let's first talk about the Respring loop, because that's something that I know a lot of people experience this, and again I experienced this myself as well, and this is usually caused by tweaks conflicting with one another, which makes sense. If you install a lot of tweaks in your device, it's inevitable for one of them to conflict with another one and cause issues. But thankfully, Unc0ver has a lot of awesome features built in to the actual application over here in settings, and pretty much every feature in here is awesome, but the main ones I want to talk about is load tweaks and also reload system daemons. Now before I show you how to fix a Respring loop and how to get out of a Respring loop, you want to make sure that you are on the latest version of Unc0ver. Again, I'm on beta 34 right now. I believe 35 just came out, so just make sure you are on the latest version of Unc0ver before going into this process, because the updated versions of Unc0ver do fix these issues just from updating the application. So make sure you are on the latest update of Unc0ver, and if you are on the latest version and you're still running into a Respring loop, let me show you how to fix that. Now let me just preface this by saying that there are multiple ways to fix a Respring loop. Now the easiest is just to hard reboot your device. So when you see the spinning circle, just hard reboot your device. If you don't know how to do it, on the iPhone 10 it's volume up, volume down, and then hold on the power button here, or the side button, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know how to hard reboot your device, just Google it. It's very simple. After you get out of that, you will be back into stock iOS. Then you just want to go ahead and open up the Unc0ver application, go over to settings, and then you want to deselect reload system daemon. So just uncheck that right there, go back to jailbreak, and then click on the jailbreak button. And then you should be able to jailbreak without getting in a Respring loop. And you'll notice that some tweaks aren't working, but you will be able to open up Cydia and all that. Now, if you're in a Respring loop or you find yourself experiencing random resprings or reboots on a daily basis, This is how you fix that. So of course you want to go over to settings here inside of the Unc0ver application, make sure reload system daemons is disabled, and then click on jailbreak or re-jailbreak. Then you want to open up iCleaner Pro, click on this little plus down here in the bottom left, Cydia Substrate add-ons, and then click the All button up here to deselect all tweaks. Now there should only be one tweak enabled, and that is Substrate Safe Mode. I would never disable that, but disable all other tweaks besides Safe Mode, and then click on Apply and then Respring. And after you've respringed your device, you can go back to Unc0ver and then go ahead and reload system daemons, turn that on, and then re-jailbreak with system daemons enabled, and then go back into iCleaner Pro and start enabling tweaks tweak by tweak until you find out which tweak was actually causing your resprings, your reboots, or your respring loop, whatever the issue you were having was. Just enable these, one by one, or maybe you can do more than one at a time. Just do batch them, do maybe like 5 or 6 tweaks at a time, that we can get it done fast. And then respring, apply, and respring. And you should not be in a respring loop until you enable the conflicting tweak. This is one of the oldest tips in the book for jailbreaking and finding, conflicting tweaks, but it still works wonders even here on iOS 12. Now, if you're in a boot loop, not a respring loop, you want to hard reboot your device and then follow the steps I just talked about for the respring loop. Now, if you are in a boot loop and you can't get out of it, you're doing everything right, you're pressing the buttons and everything, you may want to use a program to get out of that boot loop. I will have a link to a program that can get you out of a boot loop down in the description below, but you should be able to get out of it just by force rebooting your device. All right, so now let's move on to some Cydia errors. So if you are not able to open up Cydia when you're in a jailbroken state, if you just click on Cydia and it crashes and it never opens, to fix that, all you need to do is go into the Unc0ver application, go to settings, and deselect reload system daemons, and then re-jailbreak your device. After doing that, you should be able to open up Cydia. Now, if that doesn't work, you need to go back into the Unc0ver application and go ahead and turn on reinstall Cydia and then re-jailbreak. Now, if you're in the Unc0ver application and you're trying to jailbreak, but you get this fatal error right here, there is a way to fix this. So all you want to do is go back into the Unc0ver application and go to settings. You want to turn on restore root FS, recover right there, and then you want to turn on airplane mode, and then you want to go ahead and jailbreak or re-jailbreak your device. Now, if that doesn't work, you just want to fully reboot your device, just reboot it all the way, boot it back up, and then retry that process over and over again, and you should work and you should not get that fatal error. So now let's talk about this error right here, which I actually just got when I opened up Cydia, and this is a failed to fetch error. And you can see right here, it says failed to fetch this repo right here. It's actually 3 different repos here. It says failed to fetch. Now, the reason for that is because either one, the repos are down, which I highly doubt that all 3 of these are down at the same time, so I don't think it's that. So I just think that this was an error with loading up sources, and I quit out of Cydia before the sources finished up, so I think that I got this error right there. But if you get the error, don't worry about it. It's probably going to go away on its own. That usually does tend to go away by itself, but it does also show up if you try to install a tweak before your sources finish up fully loading. So let your sources fully refresh before trying to install a tweak to avoid getting that error message. Now, another error you may see inside of Cydia is this one right here, and it says prepare archives, can't find a source to download version blank of whatever tweak. So you can see this one is for Eclipse 12 version 6.0.2. Now this pops up when you either don't let your sources fully refresh or you have conflicting repos. So what you want to do is close out of Cydia completely, just force quit it out of the app switcher, and then refresh your sources until it's completely done, and then try installing that specific tweak once again. And if it's an issue with the actual repo itself, you just want to go ahead and delete whatever repo it shows right here. So you can see in this example, it's the gmoron.me repo. So find that in your sources section and then delete it. And to delete the source, just go to sources, edit, and then click on the little red right here and delete. Now, if you get this database error right here where it says the package needs to be reinstalled, but I can't find an archive for it, this is a pretty easy fix, but it will require having Fileza installed. So what you want to do if you have that error is go into Fileza. You want to go to var lib dpkg, and then you should see 2 status files right here, status old and status. What you want to do is copy the status file right there, not status old, just status. So we're going to go to edit, click status, and then we're going to copy. And this is just to make sure that we have a backup of the original status file. So we're just going to go ahead and click on status now. We're going to go to text editor, and you should see this right here. And so you want to figure out which tweak was actually showing up in that error message. So for this one, it was, you can see right here, it was animations be fast. So now inside Fileza, we know we need to go to the animations be fast tweak. So luckily I do have that one installed, so I can show it for you on here. All right, so there we go. We have animations be fast right there. And you can see we have this whole section right here with the author, the name, the description, all that good stuff. All you want to do is click on it, and we're going to delete this whole section. So select this whole section of the tweak that was causing the issue, hit backspace, and then save, and you should be good to go. After you've done that, make sure you do go ahead and force quit out of Cydia and then reopen it, and then you will be good if you were running into issues before that. And speaking of database errors, if you get this error right here, you should be concerned where it says no such file or directory to no such file or directory. This is going to require a lot of work, and I actually made a full video on how to fix this. But if you're wondering how this happened, it's because you clicked on reset all content and settings inside of the settings app, which is a huge no-no if you are jailbroken. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about doing that, or if you just don't know much about jailbreak in general, just know that you should never erase all content and settings inside of the settings app while jailbroken. It's going to completely mess up your file system. But once again, if you do have the issue, I will leave a link down in the description below for a video on how to fix that. Now, if you get this error message right here where it says target packages is configured multiple times, and it shows, this list right here, this just means that you have duplicate sources inside of Cydia. So all you need to do to fix this is go into Cydia, go to your sources, and either delete the last source that you installed if you notice that it happened only after you added a source. Go ahead and delete that last source you installed, or just take a look at what the source is. So you can see right here for this one, it's the hbang source, and it's the hbang all 3 times. So it means that that is the duplicate. So if you go back into Cydia, you just want to find the hbang source, click edit, and then delete that source. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is how to fix some of the most common Unc0ver and Cydia issues here on the iOS 12 through 12.1.2 jailbreak. Now, if you have any other errors inside of Cydia, or just errors with Unc0ver, or just the jailbreak in general, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I will try my best to get back to you and solve your issue. And if you don't get any reply here on YouTube, reach out to me on Twitter. My DMs are open, and I will respond there. I do get a ton of questions, so just keep that in mind. I may not get back to you as quick as possible, but I will likely answer your question eventually. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Again, I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and of course subscribe for a lot more iOS 12 jailbreak tweaks, jailbreak videos, tutorials like this, and much more on the actual jailbreak. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you soon.